Okay, so what I'm going to do next is measure so I can see through the tank. This is why I like these tanks. So I'm going to measure from the back of the tank up to where the blue line will hit the back of the stopper, actually. Okay, so it'll go up and hit the back of the stopper. So that's about 85 now, with a bit of drooping and all, because it's pointing down. It may even be 87 millimeters. So here's what I'm going to do. So I got it, and that's with the clunk on. So I got a clunk on the blue line here. The clunk that came with the Sullivan tank is what I'm using. And I'm going to measure from the end of the clunk in millimeters, 87. Okay. Mark it with a Sharpie marker. Take a nice pair of sharp cutters. By the way, before you put the clunk on, square the end of the line off, because it's never square. Square the end of the line off with a pair of cutters, put the clunk on, and I'm going to cut this at 87 millimeters. And guess what? If it's too short, we'll save it for some other tank. Alright, so this is the blue one. So looking from the front, the blue is on this side. So I'm going to put that on this side and put all the way up to the stopper. Now, if it's too short, I can pull it off of the stopper a little bit. And if it's too long, I can cut it off. So that's why being exact here isn't absolutely essential. Okay. Let's see how I did. I put it on the wrong end. Okay, just a minute. I put it on the outside. Okay, so on the inside, this is the blue line. Okay, so on the inside, yes, that's the blue line. So let's put the clunk on the inside of the tank. Okay. And now we'll see if it works. Hey, that works. Okay, so you have to sort of drop the clunk in, then get the line over, and then tilt the line over so you can get the vent line up into its little position, and then work the thing all the way down. Okay. And it's a little short. Okay, so the other thing about this is, let's see here. Not only is it a little short, it's not as flexible as I want it. And that's a function of how long this tube is on. So what I'm going to do is move the tube back a little bit. And that gives the clunk in the fuel line a bit more room to breathe and move. Let me take this off and see what that is. Alright. So I'm going to put it on about halfway and see how well that works. Okay. So now, let's see if that helps. you want the tube you want the fuel tubing to be on enough so it won't come off. I don't put anything on it. They give you these nice stainless steel little wires that you can wrap around to make sure. Okay, well, that's better. The other thing you want to do is make sure when you fly it upside down that this clunk will get down to the bottom like that. So always test to make sure your clunk is going to go upside down correctly. And that's just, this stuff has a natural curve to it, and you want to make sure that that curve allows the clunk to move to the bottom, or to the top when you're upside down. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Part of the function of that going upside down is two things. It's the curve of the tubing and the position on the tube itself, on the brass tube. So that looks pretty good. Okay, so let me stop here and I'll do the same thing with the green one. Be right back. Okay, so I've got the green one on, and I also did one other thing. When I put the first tubing on, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it scored the inside because the tube was the cut end and had a burr on it. So I pulled it off, took some emery paper and sanded that brass to make it nice and smooth. Then when I cut a new piece. By the way, you know, this is $2 for 2 feet. Okay, you can afford to throw one piece away and get it right. So now that that's done, if I put these in here, one clunk at a time, and then put the vent tube in, and then get this up and in all the way. Okay, and you can see that the clunks are separated. If I'm flying upside down, the blue one is down far enough that that's going to work just fine. And so negative G's will still get some fuel. You don't pull a lot of negative G's with this airplane, but you can. So that's going to work okay. Now that you got all that done and it's all good to go, you have to put this on, okay? And so you're going to have to take all the tubing off, take all the fuel tubing off, take this out, put this on, take the vent line out, put this on, and then the cap goes on the front, the screw goes on the front, and everything works. I'll be right back after I do all that.